So John very shortly should be seeing a feed coming up. And I'm gonna go check it myself too. You see anything yet, John?
I see it.
John, do you see anything yet? Says it was live, but he doesn't see anything.
The live stopped. I
did
still see it.
Yeah, I see the slide, and I see.
Us, so it is live.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't see Guy on the video. Are we all gonna be on video too, like our faces, or just audio?
Yes.
It's gonna jump around. Like right now, I'm gonna go into the live feed. So we just see the board meeting, but whoever's talking will show up in the corner.
Okay.
Okay, are you seeing that, John? You seeing it? Are you hearing it okay?
Jump around. Like right now, I'm gonna go into the live feed, and so we just see the board meeting, but whoever's talking will show up in the corner. Yeah. So that's John hearing it in the background, right? Because there's a 16-second delay, so if anything goes crazy, I can pull
John's
the
hearing
plug within 16 seconds. So the only thing is he's probably going to want to either have the volume low or stay a little bit away from you. Otherwise, we're going to hear the feedback. That's why I've got Irene upstairs, because I put in a delay. God forbid something happens, you know, we're good. And actually, we're live right now, so everybody's hearing this conversation.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay.
And I can turn the volume down on mine, John. I'll turn the volume down on mine.
Did we lose you, Lynn? Okay. Lynn can't hear anything, Guy. Lynn can't.
Okay, I don't know why she can't hear it, but we'll have to, we're live. We have to start the meeting. I'll have to address that later.
Okay. All right, well then let's start the meeting.
All right.
Welcome to the East Springfield Neighborhood Council Board of Directors meeting. Could we please pledge the flag?
Okay, remember 16-second delay.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United
United
States
States
of
of America,
America
and to the
and
republic
republic
republic for which
for
it
which it
stands,
stands, one nation,
nation,
under
under God,
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 indivisible,
indivisible,
liberty,
with
liberty and
liberty and
justice
justice for all.
and for all. Okay, it's all right. I'm good.
Okay, John's not seeing any of this on his computer. He's seeing a pre-recorded thing. He didn't catch the pledge at all.
Yes, to refresh the page.
Are you sure? Remember, there's
It says
16-second
it's
delay.
showing how to get information from the library.
He's in the wrong thing.
So if you're seeing the library stuff, you're in the, anybody who's seeing the library stuff is in the wrong Facebook page, Facebook.
Yeah, I see 9 people logged into the meeting right now, so there's people here.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so I do have an announcement from the mayor's office. Mayor Sarno is asking all city residents and businesses to join together in an act of solidarity by displaying blue ribbons of hope and/or hearts on their doors to show support for our healthcare professionals and our frontline personnel during these extremely challenging times. If we could all take a moment of silence. Thank you.
All right, so I see right now there is a few people logged into the meeting. If you have questions, it'll come across in the feed. We'll go over the questions at the end of the meeting. If for some reason you don't want to ask questions now or something comes up after the meeting, feel free to email us at contact@myesnc.com, or at our Facebook page, you can message us there.
Okay,
Okay, thank you very much. I will call this meeting to order. The agenda is on the screen for those who can see it, and we do have a quorum. So for the record, a few agenda items, program delays and cancellations. Clearly, we have plenty, but there's still a lot of work that we can do to be ready to gear up again. The cancellations unfortunately include our technology nights, open office hours, our arts grant projects, our business and community fair, the Check Your Speed, the April cleanup event, our national night out. And we will be doing digital meetings in April, May, and June. So there's an opportunity for people to access us that way, and also, of course, through our email and our web page.
Excuse me, Kathy, I can hear you now.
Okay, good. Hopefully everybody can. That's great. Does anybody from the board have any questions about the program cancellations or comments?
No,
we're
No.
going into June.
Yes, we'll do at least we'll do these Facebook meetings through April, May, and June. Just to be extremely cautious, we may get back into the office in June, but we want to make sure we give ourselves a buffer.
Okay,
Okay. Next item of business, our Community Preservation Act application deadline has been extended. It was April 1st, but it's extended till the end of the month. We're just about ready to submit the 2 projects that we've talked about at some of our public open meetings in the past. One is the Marshall Roy walking loop. And we're asking for $101,550. And our splash pad spray structure at Marshall Roy, we're asking for $245,800. This is a very competitive grant. Again, it's the Community Preservation Act. That's that money that gets taken out of our taxes to support community improvements. So we're hopeful, and we will find out whether we prevailed or not on these grants probably in September or October. Okay, anything from the board on those?
I think we're good.
Okay, thank you,
No.
Marie. Thank you, John, for the extra work on trying to put those grants together. The plaza, the Springfield Shopping Plaza has come up at many of the neighborhood council meetings. And we, the neighborhood council, now have monthly conference calls with the plaza management, along with Kathy Mossy, the president of the Hungry Hill Neighborhood Council, and Michael Fenton. So our next meeting is scheduled in 2 days. So if anybody has any questions or comments that they'd like us to pass along to the management of the Springfield Shopping Plaza, let us know. We've already talked with them about some of the pothole situations and some of the signage, and we're interested in getting some feedback from them on some possible new businesses that might be going in there. So we just thought it made sense to set up a monthly conference call with them to keep our communication in the loop. Questions from the board?
Coffee cup's leaving.
Coffee Cup is leaving, actually. I did see that in the newspaper,
Yeah.
on the newspaper, and they said, I think it said they were hoping to be at the Mickey's, the old Mickey's on East Street
Bike shop.
Right.
Yeah.
by June or July. So we wish them luck. We wish them a lot of luck. Okay. FEMA is currently storing some portable hospital trucks on Cadwell Drive. For anyone who's noticed them, that's what's going on there. If you have any questions, you could certainly email us. We don't have much more information on it, but they are currently just staging 6 portable hospital trucks to respond to the pandemic if necessary.
Did you see what's across the street there at that big hole?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
I did, somebody from the community did ask me what was going on going down Cadwell Drive on the left-hand side. There's a great big hole, but I couldn't see anything
Yeah.
except excavation. So I do not have any clarity on that, but we should find that out.
Yeah, it's just a big hole. That's it.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Our resident and business outreach, we have for a while been attempting to get good emails for many of the businesses in East Springfield. It would have been really helpful to have more good emails during this pandemic pandemic time because the city had some grants available for businesses. We did reach out to some of the businesses for whom we had emails, but we are going to, during this time when we are near our telephones and not moving around as much, work harder on getting good emails and contact information for the other businesses so that we can reach out. The same kind of goes for any neighbors that want to send us their email that we may not have. We'd be happy to add them to our email list. And I'm asking all residents, if you have a new neighbor, somebody who's moved in the past 4, 5, 6, 7 months, or a house that's sold, if you want to email us just the address, and we will send them a welcome card so that they know how to access us and some of the information that we're showing here tonight. So we would appreciate that. And I want to thank one of the local realtors for helping us out on that also, because she's helping us get a little bit of a historical list of some of the properties. Next item on the agenda, donation to the Senior Center for materials to make masks. About a week and a half ago, we did make a contribution because the Senior Center staff were making masks so that they could hand them out to some of the senior citizens who didn't have access to or needed some homemade masks to help them as they traverse the community to do their shopping. Thank you, Guy and Irene, for bringing that need to our attention. And thank you to the board for voting for the funding allocation.
Joni, shut those doors.
Okay, let's see. One other thing here is city services. The city services are still operating. I think everybody knows that, but I wanted to highlight it again. DPW, the planning department, the city hall is picking up the phone. So, but if you have questions or if you want to report items, please call 311. It's a really good time to turn in to any potholes that you see or any signage that has fallen during the winter, any public issues. One thing that I know East Springfield has need of is some of the storm drains cleaned out. So if you wouldn't mind just all across the city, just stepping out of your house and see if your storm drain looks like it needs help. And if it does, please call 311. And they're pretty good about getting the team out to clean it out. Questions on that or comments from the board?
No.
No,
Zoning and code issues. We have been contacted by a charter school. It's called Springfield Prep Inclusion School. They have purchased a property on Roosevelt Avenue right next to Big Y headquarters, and they are requesting a meeting with us so they can advise us of what their intention is. We will have that meeting with them, and we will use the digital format. I don't have a schedule for that yet. We may tag it right onto one of our normal first and third Tuesday meetings, or we may set up a separate meeting for that, but we will certainly communicate that through our Facebook and through Nextdoor. And if we have your email, we'll certainly reach out to you with an email on it. The last main thing I have on my agenda is Palmer Paving is requesting a variance from the zoning ordinance to erect a membrane structure on that site, kind of at the right off of Cadwell Drive. They have a need to keep some of their material that they currently have on site dry because the DOT is requiring that material not be saturated when they make their product. We are awaiting additional scheduling from the city of Springfield for their planning board hearing, their Board of Appeals hearing. It might be towards the end of the month. We will also set up a brief meeting so that we can get some questions answered about that. I'm waiting for some maps on that. But again, if you have any questions, if you want to be kept more in the loop on this, please send us an email, contact@myesnc.com or right through our website. I did look at the information that I had on the variance request, and they want to put about it's about 90 by 40, give or take, membrane structure, which is a standard size structure to keep that kind of material on an industrial property. I did ask them in a brief conversation whether that membrane structure would be visible from Page Boulevard, and they said no, or from Cadwell Drive, and they indicated no. But I am waiting for more information. That just sort of was quick questions. Anything from the board? Questions?
Nope.
Okay. All right, I
Just
think,
one
go ahead, Guy.
thing, there was one question that came in on Facebook, and I'll just answer it quickly now.
Yep,
Somebody asked how they can get a mask. The best thing to do is to call the senior center. I'm going to go through some helpful links on the website in just a second. And also I can send a message after, just message the Facebook page and I can send you their phone number.
okay,
So,
that's good.
sorry to interrupt. There was one question so far. I just figured.
No, I think that makes sense. I mean, we want to keep this as reasonably interactive as we can. Okay, Guy, next. Thank you.
Okay, so we added a section to the website that shows some helpful links and resources that are available at this time. They come from a lot of different areas, mostly city departments or state departments. I'm going to show my screen here. So everybody should be able to see the ESNC website. For those who are not aware, it is myesnc.com, myesnc.com. You go to the ESNC website, at the very top, we have information about us going digital. You can either click on this link here or the helpful resources link, and it will bring you to our normal resource page. We did some updates to it recently to reflect some stuff that's just dedicated to the situation we're in right now. If you click on the links, Springfield website, COVID-19 information, it will bring you to the Springfield city's website. That will give you all of the information on the city's response, all the up-to-date resource guides and everything you can find here. You also have Food Bank of Western Mass. Now, there was some discussion on Nextdoor recently and some different things going on. The Food Bank of Western Mass coordinates most of the food distribution activities for basically all of this whole area. On here, you can go in and you can see meal sites, food pantries, mobile food banks. So this past Friday, there was a food distribution that was not done by them, but a different organization. Apparently, I don't have the details on that, but there was also the city of Springfield at all of their food distribution, which I'll go over in a second. They're also doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's a different link on the site that I'll show you in a sec, but you can go here and you can pick a day of the week and it will tell you the parameters. Brown bag, you have to pre-register, but a lot of these other things you don't. So you can pick your day of the week, pick the city you're going for, and what you're looking for. Meal site is, they're preparing meals, giving them out. Food pantry is food pantries. Mobile food bank is where they pull up like a truck and they have, tables and such set up so you could collect food that way. Brown bag is mostly, for seniors. So that information is there. You also have Springfield Public Schools. Like I said, they have some meal programs going on right now. This is all the information that they have about the expanded food service, which will have pickups at different school locations, which are on here. Those happen every day of the week. Friday, they're not having one, or every Monday through Friday, but this Friday, because of the holiday, they're not having it, but the information is posted here as well. There's also a couple other ones that are really useful. One second, let me just go back to our own page. Sorry, everybody, I clicked off my own link. Mass.gov, CDC, Mass 211. I won't go through each one of them, but each of these are related to different information and different things that help during this time. If you're unemployed and looking for information, this goes to the Mass Unemployment Resources site. There is actually a video that we did this past weekend, which explains how to access resources from the library system, either through ebooks like Kindle or an iPad, or basically any sort of phone or tablet as well, or your computer. You can even rent movies that are available to watch on your computer, or you can get audiobooks if you don't want to actually read it and you want to just listen. So that's on this clickable link. And there's a video on our YouTube, which I will post with the meeting information. We just started a YouTube page, which we're going to try to put out some helpful videos or anything that's can help during this time for the community. If anyone has suggestions, go to contact at myesnc.com, go to our Facebook page, or any other method you have to connect with us, and we can take that information in and see if there's something we can do or somebody we can direct you to. Does anyone on the board have any questions about any of this?
It looks good.
No,
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I do have a question. I guess I saw the question on Nextdoor about elderly people or older people, these meals. Is there a way that they can have meals delivered if they're not already on the senior, what do I want?
Program.
The Meals on Wheels or the
Meals
senior
on Wheels,
program?
thank you. I did a total blank. They're not already on Meals on Wheels. Is there any way they can get meals delivered, or do they have to go in and register?
There's another helpful link here. You can always call the senior center and they can help, but another place that's actually really useful, and they coordinate the Meals on Wheels, is Greater Springfield Senior Services.
Okay,
And they have there's a clickable link on helpful resources. If you click on Greater Springfield Senior Services, they can help coordinate to get meal information. They also have counselors and different people who can help facilitate what programs are good for you. And also right now, there's also, so that's related to food. If you're having questions because of your insurance with your Medicaid and you want to ask for help with Shine, you can call the senior center, and the Shine department is still working and helping people answer questions and help with that. So from a food perspective or a health perspective in this type of pandemic, I would either call the senior center or Greater Springfield Senior Services, who can assist with both.
very good. Thank you.
No problem.
Any other topics, Guy, or are you set?
Guy,
I didn't want to go. Yeah, go ahead.
So for Guy, so between the Facebook page, the website, and on YouTube, is there a way for our neighbors to either subscribe, get notified when there are updates, or is like a email list where they will get notified if anything changes, or would it just be checking back at our various ways of communicating?
We had talked about that, I think, at our last meeting. Before the police beat meeting, I'm going to create register your email to us on the website. So if you want to sign up and opt in for emails, some of the paid members right now who had registered email addresses, we did email and let them know about the meeting that was coming up. Also, contact at my ESNC, you can always go to the Facebook page. We post everything cross-posted. So if we put it on Nextdoor and Facebook, we put it on both platforms. And YouTube is new for us. Right now, we'd love to get more subscribers. How to find us is difficult now because we don't have 100 subscribers. So if we get 100 subscribers, I can change the name to our branding so it keeps everything the same. So please subscribe to the site on YouTube. You can search for East Springfield Neighborhood Council and you'll find the page, and then we'll update it once we get to 100.
Did that answer your question, Ken?
No, yeah, it definitely did. Yeah, I just know that over these next 3 months, it's gonna be more difficult to get information out to our neighbors. So I want to make sure they have every way possible to be notified when things get passed on.
Point well taken, and that's why I think we will continue our habit of using our Facebook page. We'll continue our habit of posting things on Nextdoor, but anybody who wants to be kept up to date on sort of not mundane stuff, but significant stuff, if we have their email, when we say, okay, we're going to do an email, we're going to get it out. Our other plan is to do a newsletter about the middle of June. And that newsletter would be mailed to every single residence in East Springfield. There are about 2,790 actual residential addresses. We would normally do one end of April, early May, but with our business fair not happening, we thought we would just bounce that up to closer to June, middle of June, because we may have additional information we can give people. If anybody has suggestions, again, on what needs to go in that newsletter, again, contact at myesnc.com or through our website. We still there?
Yep.
Okay. Any other questions?
Let
Comments?
me check the Facebook feed. Oh, go ahead. Nothing else on the Facebook feed for question wise.
Okay. With the board, anything that we've forgotten?
Lisa did say hi though.
Oh, hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Yeah, we're gonna get
Hi.
back to seeing everybody at these meetings. We are gonna get there.
I might just want to remind people that normally our business fair is when people pay their dues. I was thinking about that today. So people, want to send in their dues, mail in their dues, that would be helpful.
Good point, Marie.
Because, we're not going to have National Night Out until October, from what it looks like.
Right.
So, yeah, it would be
Okay.
helpful to help pay for the postage that's going out. I mean, and if we have your email address, that helps. We can just send you information via email.
Where are they gonna mail it to?
It's on the website. I think our mailing address is on the website. It's it's ESNC, care of 136 Edendale Street. But I believe that's on the website. Is that correct, Guy? I think it's there. If not,
I'm
we'll
not
make
sure,
sure
but
it's there.
we can put it out as well.
Make sure the membership form is there. You don't have to fill out a membership form. You could just provide the information that's on the form if you want to send it along in.
Especially if it's a renewal, especially, I've
Right.
got all the
Yeah,
information.
we have the information for the renewal.
Nothing's changed.
I think the important thing is also if anybody has an email address that they believe we do not have, and if you did not get an email from us about this meeting, about this tonight, then either the email address that we have for you is inaccurate or we do not have your email. And anybody who got the yellow postcard about tonight's meeting, we do not have your email, or at least we don't have it on our email list. So if you could please send it to us, that would be helpful and help with communication to you, because that's our goal, is to be able to keep good communication back and forth.
Okay,
Anything else?
Yeah, I have a question. So in regards to Mayor Sarno's recommendation to everyone for social distancing and closing down a lot of the public parks, do you know what kind of response would happen if people are at Marshall Roy Park, congregating, together? I mean, it could be a question for our next meeting when the police is here for our police meeting, but does anybody know what kind of response there would be if there are a group of people hanging out at Marshall Roy Park?
I guess I don't know what the official response would be, but I did take the opportunity to watch the mayor's update on Monday at 10:15, and the Director of Health and Human Services, Helen Carlton Harris, was very clear that if it was seen, people would be asked nicely to move along. And because there's no law that says they have to, but they would be asked to move along, because she was very emphatic about the fact that we need to stop this spread and not congregate. That's it's not an official comment, just that's what I understood.
Yeah.
And we will have the police at our next meeting, and they will be available to answer questions And if somebody comes up with a question between now and then, certainly we can call 311. You can call 311, you can call our ordinance officer, or you can connect with us and we can connect you up with the right person to get a specific question answered. Fair enough?
Okay.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'd like to adjourn this meeting. Have a safe couple of weeks and
Happy Easter,
Yes.
happy Easter and
Yeah.
Holy Week.
Passover.
Holy Week and Passover and just stay safe, everybody. Thank
too.
you.
Thanks.
You too.
Bye,
Thanks.
everybody.